Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Just because I can, and I need to continue with Mass Effect 1 Legendary Edition. I'm here in an Alliance military base on the moon, trying to stop a rogue VI. This mission is actually pretty boring, because it pretty much just consists of constant fighting, but it's also pretty important because it gives you a specialization for your class if you complete it, which gives you some nifty bonuses. So overall it's worth doing, even if it's not particularly fascinating. Okay, that didn't quite work. Okay, that was rather messy. But I guess the most important thing is that it kinda worked out. A toxic gas is being vented into the bunkers. Which is basically the AI's attempt at protecting itself. lights on the optical mainframes flicker and die, the first of 3 computing clusters containing the VI is offline. Okay, that worked out alright. Kinetic barriers powering up throughout the bunker complex. The second of the 3 computing clusters is offline.
Metagel deployed.
Redeploying.
Bring it on.
I really think something is botched with the AI in this game. Like, those rocket drones didn't even shoot once, even though they had clear line of sight. Additional security drones powering up. That's kinda what I feared. Did they manage to save after defeating the first batch? No. Oh, wait, what's... Wait, what? Is it in the whole previous building? Yeah, I guess it must be. Okay, that's actually pretty annoying. bit annoying that I cannot save... Well, I can. So, why didn't it work before? Additional security drones. A burst of white noise over all frequencies nearly deafens you. Your hard suit's heads-up display interprets it as a series of zeros and ones. Now, if you translate that from binary to letters, it actually reads help. They repeat again and again, blanketing all frequencies until the lights on the final VI cluster flicker and die. And this is a bit of a foreshadowing, because obviously a VI wouldn't be quote-unquote afraid of dying. It doesn't have a concept of existing. It isn't really self-aware. So that is a clue regarding this VI being at some point in the transformation into a true AI, because it transmits a message of help as it quote-unquote dies. Your specialization class will replace your base class in the talents on your squad screen. Talents ranks in your base class will transfer over to your specialization. So I have a choice between Commando. Commandos rely on lethal efficiency and precision strikes rather than brute force to eliminate their opponents, increases damage with all weapons, improves immunity, improves marksman, improves assassination. Operatives are masters at manipulating their environment to maximum advantage, reduces recharge time on all tech attacks, improves overload and sabotage. To be honest, this is more straightforward, a straight bonus to damage, but those tech abilities are actually quite useful, destroying people's shields and the like, and it's an AoE, so I'll take this. I'll be an operative. So let's actually pump some points into that. I'll leave 2 points for the final points of charm. It's an interesting helmet. I'm not sure if I remember seeing it in the original Mass Effect. Anyway, I'm done with this. Okay, let's go back. And I'll be going to Noveria now. But let's start with exploring this. A standard hydrogen-helium gas giant, Tesselgon's atmosphere is tinted blue by the trace quantities of methane. MSV Majesty. I'll check that last. Xavin has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. The surface is frozen and mainly composed of cobalt with deposits of copper. Planetside conditions are hazardous with constant ice storms wrecking the surface. Trellin is a lifeless rock with trace amounts of xenon and krypton. Its surface contains large amounts of iron and magnesium silicates. Due to heavy cratered terrain, starships are discouraged from landing. A Salarian religious cult claims that a certain pattern of overlapping craters in the southern hemisphere resembles their goddess. Anitara is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of ammonia. Hydrocarbons in the atmosphere lend it a distinctive brown tint. Scans from the orbit detected large concentration of helium-3. Shrouded by a thick atmosphere of complex hydrocarbons, Yuntori has never been fully mapped. The surface is hot and completely covered by a global ocean of liquid hydrocarbons. There are indications of primitive organic life developing deep within the global ocean. A medallion recovered. Your scan uncovered an ancient deep space probe slowly orbiting Yuntori. Tali brought it in on board, dismantled it, and found a League of One medallion hidden in its payload. Okay, so let's check out this. The Majesty is a Kowloon-class modular conveyor of human design. The ship is derelict, all compartments are exposed to space, and the fusion plant is leaking. The damage is consistent with ship-mounted mass accelerator fire. Registry, private owner Captain Willem. A faint trail of radioactive particles, possibly exhaust from a sublight nuclear engine drive, leads towards the nearby planet of Xavin. Well, let's go and check it out then. It appears this person was trying to mark a nearby mineral deposit when he died, or was killed. You have successfully surveyed a large deposit of something, to be honest. I already forgot what it was. Well, I didn't forget, I just didn't read it. Doesn't really matter. Some kind of a mineral. Oh, I might actually... Okay, that worked out pretty well. Oh. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. The fragment appears to be from an old model freighter. Part of it is marked with the Chatty Outpost insignia. You've successfully surveyed a large deposit of cobalt. The beacon was a gas trap. That's actually pretty interesting. Okay, can I disable the beacon or something? Doesn't look like it.
Now it gets fun!
You've successfully surveyed a large deposit of palladium. Okay, let's see what that privateer base is about.
You must die!
Just a scratch.
You must die!
Perimeter clear.
Captain Willem. You have discovered the corpse of Captain Willem of the SMV Majesty. His stiff fingers are wrapped tightly around a small datapad. You've discovered the body of a man named Willem, who was evidently killed by privateers. His data logs mention a brother named Gareth back at the Citadel. Gareth would likely want to know of his brother's fate. Okay. When I drop by the Citadel, I will definitely talk to him. Veles has a thin atmosphere of xenon and krypton. Most other materials have frozen and fallen as snow. Its surface is composed of potassium with deposits of magnesium. While investigating the primitive anaerobic life of Veles, binary helix survey teams discovered a cunningly hidden anchorage of the ancient warlord Moro. Many records and artifacts of the Krogan rebellions were recovered and sold at auction. The empty base is now abandoned. A scan of the planet Veles revealed a small abandoned vessel. Your salvage team brought the ship on board and dismantled it, whereupon they discovered one of Major Delinga's writings. Morana is an icy planet smaller than Earth's moon. Many planetary geologists suspect it was once an Oort cloud ice dwarf, which migrated inwards after an encounter with some other body. While the crust is frozen water ice, deeper layers are mostly silicates, with pockets of magnesium and aluminum. Morana is tidally locked to Pax. The same side always faces the sun. Svarog is small but typical hydrogen and helium gas giant, whose orbit lies closer to the star. It's unusual for a star with a close orbiting gas giant to have a habitable world. Svarog is Pax's only gas giant, but its temperature, powerful winds, and high orbital velocity make it a poor candidate for helium-3 mining. While Noveria enjoys plentiful deuterium for its fusion plants, it imports all of its helium-3 from out-system. Noveria is a small frozen terrestrial world, barely habitable by conventional definitions. It is a privately chartered, It is privately chartered by the Noveria Development Corporation, who lease out labs to perform research too dangerous or controversial to be performed elsewhere. Given Noveria's unique situation, it is the source of many wild conspiracy theories. Colony founded in 2163, population 361,400, capital Port Hanashan.
Approach control, this is the SSV Normandy, requesting a vector into berth.
Normandy, your arrival was not scheduled. Our defense grid is armed and tracking you. State your business.
Citadel business. We got a Council Spectre aboard.
Landing access granted, Normandy. Be advised, we will be confirming identification on arrival. If confirmation cannot be established, your vessel will be impounded.
What a fun bunch. I think I'll take my next leave here.
Okay, let's go out. I'll take Liara and Rex with me.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
That's far enough.
We're not here to cause problems.
This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
You first.
We're the law here. Show some respect.
I'm Captain Maiko Matsuo, Ilanis Risk Control Services.
I'm a Spectre. My name is Shepard.
Load of horse crap, ma'am.
We will need to confirm that. Also, I must advise you that firearms are not permitted on Noveria. Sergeant Sterling, secure their weapons.
Don't try it.
Stand down. Their house, their rules.
Don't come crying to me when they slice your gut open.
Captain Matsuo, stand down! We confirmed their identity. Spectres are authorized to carry weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Spectre. I hope the rest of your visit will be less confrontational. Parasini-san will meet you upstairs.
Behave yourself. Get out of here.
I'm sure Parasini-san will answer any questions you have.
Weapons detectors. Don't mind the alarms.
I am Gianna Parasini, assistant to Administrator Anoleis. We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
I appreciate your help.
You're welcome. You understand our security chief was only doing her job. One of my duties is orientation of new arrivals. Do you have any questions?
Pretty heavy security for such a small port.
The executive board does everything in its power to protect the privacy of our client corporations.
I can't have my investigation hampered.
Tread lightly. The board can bury you in litigation. You'd need an asari lawyer to see the case through.
Has anyone unusual passed through here recently?
Unusual? An asari matriarch passed through a few days ago. Lady Benezia.
Benezia. She is here?
Can I speak with her?
Benezia left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
Could you tell me how to get there?
You'll need to ask Administrator Anoleis for clearance to leave this port.
Where can I find the Administrator?
His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator.
Understood. Can we go in now?
Of course. If you need any help, you can ask me at the Administrator's office.
She is here. I can't believe it. I imagine you want to talk to me, Shepard. About my mother.
We talked about her before. But things change when you're up against something. If it's her or me, who would you shoot?
I meant what I said before. Her actions are wrong. If you would feel safer leaving me on the Normandy, I will stay. But I would like to see her. Maybe I can persuade her to come peacefully.
I hope so. I accept your word, Liara. Let's get going.
Thank you, Shepard. That means a great deal to me. The sooner we're off this frozen world, the better.
I hate the cold.
Welcome to Port Hanashan, the galaxy's most respected site for independent scientific research and development. For your own safety and to protect the privacy of others, you are required to obey any directions given by our security personnel. If you have questions or concerns, our friendly administrative staff is always available. Thank you, and enjoy your stay.
The managers warned us about you. I can't believe the paranoids that work here. There's no accident on Peak 15. I don't understand these rumors about synthetic insights. If the office is closed, it must be for a good reason. I don't care what happened on Peak 15. We've all signed non-disclosure agreements. I can't talk to you. It could cost me my job. The managers warned us about you.
This one offers greetings. You are the Spectre that visits Port Hanashan.
News travels fast here.
Indeed, esteemed Spectre. Your arrival was not greeted with any joy by the companies here. This one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you. This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs.
You want me to use my status to smuggle for you?
That is not inaccurate.
I will pretend to do it, and then I'll rat him out to be consistent with my lawful personality. Because, to be honest, with things like smuggling, when it comes to laws, I'm generally a fan of laws. I think, they exist for a reason, most of them, and as long as they do not infringe on like fundamental human rights, I think if you disagree with them, you should campaign to have them changed through policy rather than say, oh, I don't agree with this law and therefore I don't have to adhere to it. Because if everyone had this view, it would be absolute chaos. It would be the breakdown of society. For example, let's take drugs as an example. I think if drugs are illegal in your country, you shouldn't get them. But if you think, but at the same time, I think, light drugs, especially marijuana, for example, should be legal. I think they should, but if they currently are not, I'm not, I do not approve of going outside the law and then saying the law is stupid, therefore I chose not to obey it. If you disagree with the law, campaign to have it changed. So I will rat him out, actually.
I have no problem with that.
This one humbly thanks the Spectre. The package will be delivered to your vessel. All you need do is bring it to this one. Please do not mention this to Administrator Anoleis. That one would levy fees. Is there anything else this one might help you with?
Could I buy something now?
Is there anything in particular the Spectre is looking for?
I'll mostly just buy licenses and upgrade for grenades. Now, it's interesting he mentioned I shouldn't mention it to the administrator because he will levy quote-unquote fees. Because it seems to me it implies that despite the object being illegal, they would still allow him to take it inside. He would just have to pay a bribe, which actually makes this whole request even stupider, because at this point it might as well be legal. It's like a tax, basically. At the point where they would allow him to take it.
I'll be keeping my eye on you.
But he would have to pay.
I need to get my blood flowing. Find me something to kill.
You're not so tough.
Good day, Commander. I trust you are behaving yourself? Not mixing yourself up in any questionable activities?
I don't generally get involved in that sort of thing.
No, of course. I thought you'd be too intelligent for such a thing. If you were, I would have to recite some tedious speech, then ask you to leave. Just so we understand each other.
There are guards everywhere. Are there that many problems here?
I'm sure Parasini-san gave you the ultra-special blah-blah about business here. Everyone wants to be protected from everyone else, but everyone also thinks they have a special right to kick over everyone else.
Don't they have their own security forces?
Everything from hackers to mercenaries. They have investments to protect, after all. But we're the only ones allowed to bear arms. Which is why the companies constantly try to bribe my people. I have a clear policy against freelancing. Anyone who works on the side is fired.
Your job is preventing problems, not solving them.
Most of my job is diplomacy. Two corps start yelling at each other, my people walk in, flash some ceramic, and they start talking civilly. If there is anything this job has taught me, it's how to be impartial.
Why are you still here? Are you guarding my ship?
All of the companies have secrets. Some of them deal in things that are not quite legal. Having a Spectre here makes them nervous. Anoleis-sama is buried under petitions to kick you off-world.
Then you're actually protecting Normandy from the companies.
I am protecting them from themselves. They do not have the personnel or training to assault an Alliance frigate.
Tell me about yourself.
You first. I'm just a security guard. I heard that there were no human Spectres. How did you get that job?
Well, did we really save Eden Prime? We didn't really, and, you know, I don't think that was the main reason, because I've been considered for some time, actually.
I'm a test case. The Council wants to see if humans are ready to rejoin them.
There have been a few stories on the extranet about that. People debating whether or not the Alliance will be given another chance. I served in the Marines for a decade, mustered out and went private sector. I was under fire a few times, so I ended up leading this detail.
I'll be moving on.
Very good, Commander. Please stay out of trouble.
I'm on duty, Spectre. I shouldn't be talking to you. If Sergeant Sterling catches me with you, she'll, I don't know, crush my trachea with her brain or something. Some of the guys do side jobs for the Administrator. I'll only do what Captain Matsuo says. You know what I can go for right now? A donut. I'm keeping an eye on that Krogan at the hotel. He's a mercenary. Name of Ina Morda. Come on. I could get fired for talking to you. I'm on duty, Spectre. I shouldn't be talking to you.
How can I help you?
How large are the facilities here?
We have 17 research complexes built into the mountains. Each is a self-sufficient facility housing a staff of hundreds.
I hear there was an accident on Peak 15.
We're aware of the rumors. At the moment, contact with the facility is down due to weather. All employees should review their non-disclosure agreements and avoid irresponsible free talk.
What kind of weather cuts modern communication?
A blizzard is sweeping the Scotty Mountains right now. Between the cloud cover and heavy snow, the satellite uplinks are cut.
What corporations work on Peak 15?
Binary Helix has leased the entire complex.
Tell me about the companies that work on Noveria.
Over 250 high-tech firms rent our labs. Major shareholders include Elanus Risk Control Services, Binary Helix, and Synthetic Insights Limited.
Haven't I seen Synthetic Insights in the news lately?
They're one of only 4 corporations licensed by the Citadel Council to develop artificial intelligence. They attract many protests. No agitators have ever breached our security. That's why they invest heavily here.
Binary Helix. They work in genetics?
BH is a leader in genetics and biotechnology. They try to keep a low profile in the media. Much of their research is in biotic modifications. That angers many Luddite, organic baseline, and fundamentalist groups.
Your guards work for ERCS, don't they?
The executive board gets a discount on facility security. Elanus also develops lethal and non-lethal weapons.
I'd like to speak to Anoleis.
One moment, please. Mr. Anoleis?
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard is asking to see you, sir.
Right, fine, come in. You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain colonial rubes.
I see you looked up my service record.
Only a fool enters negotiation without knowledge of the other party's tendencies. This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the executive board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
Are you telling me you have no safety protocols?
Don't be ridiculous. Do you think a for-profit company would take no precautions against loss of life and material? Project leads have the final say here, not meddlesome politicians.
Why is Synthetic Insights closed?
I have placed Laura Keene, the manager of the Hanashan office, under internal review. I cannot comment further at this time.
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Venezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at Peak 15.
What brought her out here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be at liberty to say. She came here as Agent Saren's executor.
Excuse me, his what?
Executor. Saren is a major shareholder in Binary Helix. Lady Venezia is authorized to act in his name. She is here on business for Binary Helix. There were issues at Peak 15 that required Saren's attention.
What did you mean by personal escort?
The phrase is self-explanatory. Bodyguards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
You let Asari who can kill you with their brains run around, but give us flack about guns?
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Venezia from taking them.
What can you tell me about her cargo?
Large, heavy, and sealed. It passed weapons screening. Beyond that, it is not our concern.
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Scotty Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
Surface access, you say?
Cut off, I said. The roads are not suitable for travel. Don't make an issue of this, Shepard.
Shepard, I am sure that there are other people here who could help us.
Back to my other questions.
Every minute of my time you waste costs the company 12 credits. I will keep a running tally.
Is there some problem on Peak 15?
An area of severe weather has cut off contact. Things will return to normal in a few days.
I will not rat him out yet, because there is actually a bug that prevents you. If I do it right now, it's going to prevent me from getting another side quest, so I'll do that side quest first, and then give him the package.
I have no more questions at this time.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
You've never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
All right. What would you do?
Talk to Lorik Keene. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar. Can't say more. Not within earshot of Mr. Anoleis.
I hear there was an accident on Peak 15.
We're aware of the rumors. All employees should review their non-disclosure agreements and avoid...
So, everyone shut up and keep your heads down?
Loose lips sink third-quarter profits. You have a more blunt way of speaking than is common here, Commander.
Okay, I actually clicked that by accident.
You said I should talk to Lorik Keene?
Mr. Anoleis isn't the only one with a pass to leave Hanashan. Keene spends his days at the hotel since his office was closed.
I've taken up enough of your time.
Not at all, Spectre. This is my job, after all.
Yeah, so if I gave Anoleis the package now, he would give me the pass, and I couldn't do the quest with Lorik Keene, which I want to do. So I'm going to do that first, and then give him the package.
Don't make us regret letting you keep those guns. We've got a secret weapon. Sergeant Sterling's a biotic, and not a real friendly one either. You better toe the line with the Administrator. If you don't, you might end up like Lorik Keene. There are people all over this plaza you can chat with. I'm on duty. Noveria is private property. Remember, you're here at the board's sufferance. Don't make us regret letting you keep those guns.
I need a moment of your time. The male human at the hotel bar? He's a sales rep for Binary Helix. His name is Rafael Vargas. I need you to speak with him.
Do you know who I am?
Everyone here knows who you are, Dullstone. That makes you ideal for my job. You are a known quantity, or so Vargas will think. He will assume you are here to investigate his company's dirty laundry. That will distract him from my real intentions.
He's right there. Why not talk to him yourself?
I wish I could. I already bungled this myself. He realized I was not a real buyer.
I don't know anything about Binary Helix. What would I talk to Vargas about?
I represent the Aramali City Council on Thessia. Our town is known for its biotic amp crafters.
What is your city's interest in Binary Helix? They do not manufacture amps.
Much of BH's work relates to biotics. There are rumors that the Noveria branch has flown in asari biotics. Powerful ones. Commandos, to be specific. We want to assess any potential risk to asari copyrights. You will present yourself as a buyer, on behalf of the Spectres or the Alliance. Discuss their military enhancement programs. Your real objective will be to distract him. I will give you a device that will crack into his personal wireless network. It will upload a variety of monitoring viruses. They will infiltrate Binary Helix when he logs onto their intranet.
I'm not going to do this. Keeping in line with my rather lawful goody two-shoes persona, I don't feel good about this idea. You know, corporate espionage, it is, first of all, illegal, but second, I don't really even care about like the struggles between the different corporations. They are, most of them, the really big ones, are shit anyway, because they are so fixated on profit that they could see, 100 worlds burn to the ground if they make it. So I don't care about their power struggles, and I certainly don't care enough to break the law. So, no.
You think this uniform's just for show? My job is to enforce the law, not break it.
Do you think that Binary Helix obeys all the laws? That they do not spy on other companies?
What they might be doing somewhere else doesn't justify my acting against them here.
Very well, Spectre. I will be on my way.
Yeah. And here's Laurie Keene. I'll talk to him, but I'll do it next time, because this episode has been long enough, so I'm going to save and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!